You can't transmit that. Does it lose the data? Oh god. Well, there's always something to improve then. This has its maneuver node now set. To start that blast off and return to Kerbal. Seems like a relaxing game. It is wonderfully relaxing. I mean, right now we're just staring at blackness in space. But I mean, we're trying to organize 2 satellites that I want to get in the specific orbit of the Mun. One is already there. As you can see, it has a specific inclination, this little tilt. It already has the eccentricity, as in it's not circular anymore. All we need to do is wait for this one to reach its loads point for us to get some extra signs. The other one right now, we need to both make this more eccentric of an orbit, as well as incline this even more. So that's going to be a challenge. And at the same time, we have a probe that's currently around the second moon, Minus. And let's see, the timing of this is very, very close by. Let's see, we're going to rename this just for my own clarity. Rename vessel. No longer the Mun flyby. I want this to be the Kerbal return vessel. And I want a maneuver node. Oh god. Is that in the same spot? Oh, that is the same maneuver node. Oh, I know. The problem is this one, was it this one? Has no electric charge, so we did not give it a maneuver node yet. So there we go. This is charged now. Get that radio wave plasma scan up. Actually, you are going to be... Let's delete that data. Delete it. Because this is the one that I want on a more inclined orbit. Yep. This is the one that's going to be in a more inclined orbit. So... Thank you for that follow. Okay, that is... Which one am I missing? See, I'm doubling up on things. Oh, wait. I know the problem. It's the other one. This one, which is... Which is it? One of these two is already done. Not the one called Survey Probe. Thank you for that follow, by the way. Okay, so it's the other one. Survey Probe 1. How are they both called Survey Probe 2? Survey Probe 1. Oh, rename Survey Probe 2. The other one is out of range already. Okay, that makes sense. Really relaxing when everything goes wrong. Oh yeah, that's the point where you can just calm down and watch the explosions happen. Happy little explosions. At this point I'm getting a little bit stressed out because one of these probes is missing. Probe 1, that's the one I want switch to. There we go. We'll rename this Survey Probe 1, because that's the one I wanted to adjust on its periapsis. This is the one that's transmitting a bunch of data. We rename this vessel to Mun Survey Probe 1. And when it gets to its periapsis, so many ships at the same time. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the game. I mean, in part, the music is of course a lot of fun, but I also just like the I like just this relaxing idea of it's flying slowly through an orbit. We need to make little adjustments, little changes, set missions for ourselves, solve problems. I love that. So this probe is the one I need to make more eccentric. We need higher eccentricity, higher inclination. So if I can do both at the same time, that would be great. Right now it is at 18. So if I double it, let's see, if I double this, that would be 36. So it's going to be about there. This is the very next probe. The God, these are so close together. Well, let's just see what we can do. Okay, fortunately, this maneuver node change did change the their individual actions a little bit. Okay, to make sense of this, keep an eye on these two values. This might be a little bit too small to see, but we need 0.42 eccentricity and 32 inclination. Hey there, TJ Stacy. Thank you for that notification, Venom. Fortunately, I am on holiday, so I don't need to get a rest early to get ready for work tomorrow. I'm gonna keep this going to finish this mission that I have set. Oh god, wait, what? Oi, 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 oi. That's not what I was doing. That's not what I was doing. Probe 2. That was you. Switch 2. Oh god. Okay. Whew. That could have gone so wrong. So, don't pay attention to this. Not to this. Not to this. That is the one we want. Here. Yep, holiday. I am so darn happy. Crap, Survey Probe 1. I should have actually kept that open. Okay, eccentricity is gotten. Inclination change. That means we just need this one. Eccentricity get. See that inclination change? We need 32. An orbit of at least. I hope I'm doing this right, because maybe I'm going the wrong way around. There we go. Return or transmit from low Mun orbit. We need that one, that one. Keep, and transmit the data. Now, we need to hurry, because the other things are also going. Satellite 1 we need to jump to. Oh no! TJ Stacy! No, that's just Nightbot being very aggressive when it comes to all caps. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. Don't worry about that at all. We still need to fix that, I'm sorry. Okay, that is this one taken care of. Now we have 8 minutes for the capture of the Minmun satellites relay. But yeah, summer break, absolutely. Oi, oi, oi. Now this is the completely different situation. That was the other mission that was timing at exactly the same moment. Our Minmun satellites relay, the satellite that we were going to send to Minmus to do the altimetry scans, has been traveling here for 2 weeks, I think, and is just arriving, and just so happens to do its circularization burn at exactly the time that my Kerbal return vessel wants to do its burn. That's okay though, we can solve this. Where is Minmus? There you are, you little green weird place. This will be the first signs that I'm gonna get from Minmus. I believe I did not have any... There we go. I did not have any action groups, but we can always get a temperature scan. Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible. Oh, we've read this one. Pressure scan, magnetometer scan. Frozen ice cream doesn't admit a magnetic field, dummy. There's a whole bunch of snack jokes in this game. Pick up an abnormal amount of radiation, but cannot figure out the origin. Well now, mystery abounds. So, what am I doing? I am currently trying to get this satellite in orbit of the second moon of the Kerbal system, as well, at the same time, making sure that the 2 satellites I have in orbit of the other moon gather signs at the same time, as well as having the manned ship that brought those 2 satellites to the moon. I need to return that one to Kerbal. So this is the culmination of me setting up a bunch of missions that I'm now going to have to take care of all at the same time. That is going to be tricky. Now this one needs to be circularized at about... This is fine actually. 163, 163. So we just need to execute this in a polar orbit. Yeah. We just need to execute this maneuver node and we'll be fine. So this is the warning that this satellite is closing in on its maneuver node. So yes, thank you. I love this game. This is so amazing, particularly because you set these missions. You can accept contracts from the game of putting, getting this scientific data. For example, this one was all for the contract to start getting this altimetry sensor, gathering data of Minmus. But it's also just setting these challenges, thinking, yes, I'm going to do that contract, I'm going to try and fix this. Or, as I did with the other ships that we had over there, yes, I'm going to do 4 contracts at the same time. Because why not? It's not difficult enough now, is it? Okay, 3, 2, 1. See, the Kerbal vessel... We'll close this alarm. That Kerbal vessel actually already needs to go for its deorbit maneuvers to get back to our planet. Radiation is coming from 1980s Russian satellite. Might be if it uses radiation energy production. Okay, let's move that thing just around over here or something. Okay, I'm keeping my eye on this. I want to circularize this orbit. I massively overshot. Or, no, I haven't overshot yet. Good. Excellent. And that is exactly what I wanted to happen. Periapsis, apoapsis switching around. We can start our radar altimetry scan, which will now start checking out the tiny, tiny height map of Minmus. And at the same time, this will be a relay satellite for anything that wants to come to Minmus to keep in touch with Kerbal constantly, so that our communication network keeps being active. But yeah, you can see how tiny this planet is. But we can't spend too much time on this right now, sadly. We'll get to Minmus later. Thank you for that follow. Okay, let's get that material study then. Keep this, record that data. We are already over our burn to return home, but this vessel still needed to get there. So this is the end of the stream, so that's why you're getting the weirdest, quickest switching of missions. Yeah, this isn't a beautiful switch. That's why you're getting these weird, constant switches of me flipping from ship to ship to ship. Okay, we're gonna get here in 3 days, but I want to get to Kerbal early, so here at 4 hours, we're gonna start our burn to get back. And let's see. We can either get back immediately. Now here's my concern. I don't know how much we have in this tank. So we're gonna go with going back immediately. Otherwise, if I'd had the Delta V available to me, if I knew how much we could still burn, I would have probably gone to an orbit of 70 kilometers, seen whether we could still circularize, and figure out what we could do. Right now, I want to make sure we capture right away. So we're going to get a very aggressive burn, about 35 kilometers. Height, periapsis on Kerbal, as we return. Okay, let's get an alarm up for this next maneuver node in 4 hours for a burn to get Jebediah Kerman back to Kerbal. Now, while we're still here, we also need to... I think probe 1 is good now, so... I want to double check probe 1 to see whether it's met its mission and just need to stay in that orbit. Is this career mode? This is indeed career mode, but I have a number of mods on it. You can check that out with exclamation mark Kerbal. Plus, I turned it on so we cannot revert missions, and Kerbals remain dead. They do not respawn. So we've already lost Valentina Kerman, sadly. Wait, why did we not get a plasma waves? Oh, the plasma wave scan hasn't transmitted yet. So this one is doing its thing. It needs to be there for 60 more days, so we're good with this one. This one though, Survey Probe 2. Survey Probe 2 is doing this mission. Ah, that's interesting. They combine the science. It doesn't matter which vessel actually sends back the science. It's taking the same checks as the other probe. So in that case, we need to have this one wait for 87 days. We are good. Perfect. Then all we have to do is focus on the Kerbal return vessel. We're gonna get that baby home, and that's when we're gonna call the stream. Exactly, makes it more real. So we also have the Kerbalism mod, and that's why I'm always right now very concerned. We have for one, we have the Fog of Tech mod on, so I can't see what tech I'm moving into. I have to buy it node per node to find out what the next node is. And I did a reorder. I had a mod that reorganizes the tech for some progression. More, I think it's called unmanned before manned. So I don't know what the tech tree has. That's why, for instance, we have these solar panels, the non-refoldable ones, because that's the only solar panel we have right now. Whereas, of course, as you know, in vanilla, you have these and the foldable ones and, you know, a whole selection. So I have a weird selection of different devices. I am using tweak scale, as you can see, just to give me more options. Oh, actually, this one wasn't tweak scaled, but I think... Oh, here, yeah, the materials bay was tweak scaled. It basically, these two materials bays cost as much as the entire rocket because I made them at this size. But yeah, with Kerbalism, Jebediah is slowly building up stress, very slowly, and some radiation, so his health is going down. And we still have 10 days of supplies left. So that's actually more than enough. I know that we can probably, without any extra supplies, get one Kerbal over there. A short mission might last us 2-3 days. Okay, let's get to it. Signs here now. I don't think I got signs in low space, did I now? Mun EVA. I landed. Well, space near the Mun. I didn't have the time to do that. No! We'll do it next time. Now, I forgot to install Kerbal Engineer on this rocket, so that makes it a little bit trickier for me to organize certain things. We are fortunately getting the signs from the probes. I need to set their... I'm gonna need to set those alerts, because they are gonna keep on popping up as long as I don't turn those off. And those probes are gonna be losing connection quite a few times, because I didn't build them to last. Okay, now comes the real tough question. Do I have enough Delta V to get my orbit down? Oh, I think I should. Look at that. I definitely should. I should even be able to circularize at 70 kilometers if I wanted to. Okay. Look at this. This second one, that's the trajectories mod telling me after this aero brake I have here, my next trajectory would be here. A lot closer. So, I'm gonna adjust this. That tells me that after this, at 39, I will still be burning quite heavily, then I'll be in atmosphere, and then I'll finally come down. But I want a little bit more certainty. So we are going to come down quite heavily. We should have a direct capture now. I'm going to keep this fuel here and uncouple this at the last possible moment. Oh yeah, sorry TJ Stacy, the Nightbot is actually pretty strict on the caps. Sorry about that. Thank you for that follow. Okay, let's return. We should be good. Everything should be under control. Current return vessels crossing the radiation belt, so that's another dose of radiation. It's now 4% rather than the 2 we had before. Okay, Jebediah. You are a brave, brave man. Hi, Kitty. I know, Kitty. I know. I'm up late. It's okay. It's okay. I swear to God, my cat is a reincarnated grandmother. If I don't eat on time, he'll come complain. If I don't go to sleep on time, he'll come complain. Thank you for that follow. Ah, Huthor. Lovely, lovely Dota stuff. I noticed that they were airing some VODs of last time. The, you know, greatest hits VODs. I love it. We are done with this thing. One thing we can do, though, is why waste this fuel? We are going to burn as much as we can to lower our apoapsis while we have it. We might even see that we, in fact, have enough to circularize at 70 kilometers, maybe. But this will help us bleed off quite a lot of the speed that we had coming from the Mun, that speed differential. Oh, there we go. And every little bit helps. As we're burning that off, we wouldn't have enough to have gone into a circular orbit C. So if I'd tried for that, if I'd have kept my periapsis at 70k, we would not have been able to do this. There we go. Rotate that baby off. Let it do its own thing. As our heat shield, our ablator, protects us from these forces. Turn off the SES. Let the air resistance do its work. Nice solid aero brake. Where are we landing? Okay. And this is going to be our closest encounter with the Mun just yet. Close encounter to date. Okay, we have by now gotten a full capture. Because our speed has lowered enough so that we are below orbital speed. We are in atmosphere, so we will constantly just be decelerating from this point onwards. Now, remember that I already slowed down. I fired our engines in retrograde. Even with that, the ablator is taking a hit of 30 points right now. So we probably would not have needed that ablator, that heat shield. We can jettison this right now. It's not going to do that much until the parachutes really start opening up. Then this thing is going to fall off, because right now it is actually catching more wind than we are and pushing us back so far. That is our return vessel, which is currently being destroyed. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . far below us.